Hello, everyone. How are you doing this Thursday afternoon, evening? So give me a second and let me get my life together, and then we are going to get started for this impromptu. Let's see if that light is better. All right, I broke my screen protector, and okay, so make sure I don't screw this up. Because the one thing I can say I am consistent at is there we go. That lighting is better. All right, so give me a second and let me forward this off to all the people. I've got my computer up today. Hopefully everyone has had an amazing Thursday, evening, day, whatever you're doing at your thing today. So, amazing Thursday, evening, day, what? All right, so let me share this. Share to. Okay, so hopefully everyone's had a great day today. And so I thought I would just pop on for a couple of minutes and talk to you about how to get 3 ways for you to recover drive-by traffic. So let's talk about what the hell is drive-by traffic, right? So here's a couple of examples of drive-by traffic. So someone comes to your website and they look at your homepage, and they may even look at your featured product. They may go look at your service page, your contact page, all of those, but they don't do any action, right? Say you have a sales page or a landing page, and they come and they view your page and they don't do any action. That's what I refer to as drive-by traffic. Let's say that they've given you an email address and they haven't done anything. They've liked your Facebook page, but they are silent. They haven't engaged with you. They haven't done anything else, right? Those are drive-by traffic people. Those are people who are interested in you, but maybe not so much. And so you're going to have to do something to nurture them and to get them to know, like, and trust. So remember yesterday I said that your most powerful asset as a business owner is the number of people who know, like, and trust you. So if that number is low, your number one job is to increase that as large as you possibly can, because the power of your ability to be successful in your business is based on the number of people who know, like, and trust you. All right, so what we're going to talk about today are 3 ways for you to recover drive-buyers. People who stop and they look, but they don't buy, or they look and they browse and they're just drive-by shoppers, right? You call them window shoppers, you can call them drive-by shoppers, whatever, but they haven't done the action that you absolutely want them to do for whatever objective you have in your marketing process. So I just gave you a couple of examples. So I'm going to just recap those examples so that you are clear about what a drive-by person is to your business. These are people that you have, let's say you've run an ad and they've clicked on your ad and they have visited your page. It could be an opt-in page. It could be a sales page. It could be an information page. It could be a blog. It could be a download page. It could be any page, website page that you own the asset to. So if you've done an ad or you have a link and it goes to an asset page that you own, that's a drive-by. that you just now have collected a drive-by traffic person. So somebody who's driven by your particular page, website page, or whatever you want to call it, and they haven't done what you want them to do. So let's take into the example of you have an email, you've got this great opt-in, you've got this free offer. Let's use an example of an offer that I've got. I've got a ultimate planner that is a link that I include in a post for you all. I think every Friday. I'll be switching that out, by the way, this upcoming September. So I've got some juicy new freebies for you in September. But on Fridays, it's called Freebie Friday, and there is a link there that allows you to go to a download page. So if you go to my download page and you don't actually download my planner, you are a drive-by person, right? And so what we want to do as business owners and marketing bosses is we want to figure out how do we not lose those drive-by people, those window shoppers of our business who are they've seen us, but they haven't acted. Maybe they got busy. Maybe they were shopping out. They were out looking around and they got sidetracked. Maybe they're kids. You had to take them to football, right? I just got back from football. You had to take them to football. You had to take them to practice. The baby was crying. Your husband called you. Whatever reason why the person may have gotten interrupted and they didn't finish the action that you wanted them to finish. You as a business owner, the beautiful thing is you as a business owner can actually track and trap that traffic. And so we're going to talk about how you can do that. And what do you do with it once you've trapped it, right? Once you trap that person and that unique identifier of your window shopper, your drive-by person, how do you re-engage them again? And so we're going to talk about 3 ways to do that. The first way that we're going to talk about to do that is that if you have a website and you are utilizing Facebook as one of your channels, which I tell you it is one of the best channels for you to utilize in terms of being able to track information about your window shoppers or your drive-by shoppers, is you want to, if you have a website, so you have a website, you have a landing page, so it's a website that you own, you can access it. The first thing that you want to do is you want to install what is called a Facebook pixel. Complicated term they've come up with. And all a pixel is a tracking code. It's not complicated. It's not mysterious. It's not something you should be scared about. But what that little piece of code does for you, and it's very easy to install on most websites. There are instructions if you Google. If you have a Wix site, if you have a WordPress site, if you have a WooCommerce site, whatever type of site you have, installing that pixel will allow you to start tracking the traffic of those people who visit your pages and don't do the action that you want them to do. Simple. So you need to, the first way to recover is to track them. So the first step in the first step in the process in order to recover those people is to ensure that you're tracking them, that you're not just losing that traffic by not doing anything with it, by not tracking it. And so there's 2 ways that you can do that. You can do that through a Facebook pixel, or you can do that through a Google Pixel ID. Both are Googleable. You can Google how to do that on Google. And let's talk about what the benefit of that is let's just say, for example, we've gone over the example that I went over. I have my planner, and you come to my site and you don't download the planner, but you come and you click and you view the website. You view the first page, the information page, the opt-in page. You come to my website, but you don't download. And I have my pixel installed on that page, and you don't do the action I want. Most people would say is, shit, I've lost that person and I'm never going to be able to know anything about them. Well, I do have a Facebook pixel installed on that page. And so what does that allow me to do is I'm able to now take that person and persons, all of you people who have visited my page but haven't downloaded, and I'm able to trap you into a group, right? That group in Facebook is referred to as an audience. I'm able to trap you in a group in Facebook, and I'm able to now put you in a group, and I'm able to start to run ads to you that let you know that, hey, you know what? You visited my page the other day, but you didn't download my planner. You know, it's not too late. You can still do that. And so that whole concept is called retargeting. First step is you have to install the pixel. Second step is that you have to do something with the pixel. So that's the second way for you to recover. First step is to track it, track the people, track the different pages that you want, capture them into an audience. And then the second step is to actually start to communicate with those people. Now, let's say you got a drive-by person that actually did click on your opt-in and they gave you your email address, right? And but they didn't download the actual opt-in, and you can tell that, right? So again, that's an event that you should be tracking. So what I mean by that is that the event that you could be tracking is, hey, somebody gave me an email address, but they didn't download it, right? So then you can send them an email and you can say, hey, did you forget about downloading this wonderful thing that you clicked on the other day? Did you do that, right? That's another way to recover. So what you want to do is you want to, one, be able to categorize the people. Two, you want to put them in a bucket so you know what the action is that they did or did not do. And then three, you want to talk to them. You want to reach out to them in some way. And so you can do that in advertising. You can do that in emails. You can do that in, those are the two main ways that you would want to communicate with someone who has been a window shopper or has stopped by but hasn't done what you want them to do. So that's just, I wanted to drop that in. Today's tool was about retargeting. So I wanted to really talk to you about what does that mean and some ways that you can use retargeting to help you. The first and the only way that you can retarget people is that you've got to track the information about them. So I'm a big process person. And so if you don't know how to track information about people who are going to your website, then you may want to reach out to me, ping me, let me know, and I'll give you some additional tips and tricks that you can do. Another way that you can learn all about how to retarget people who have visited your sites is you can do that in Facebook Ads Academy. I have launched a new online training program, and that online training program is for people who have existing offers and they are ready to get those offers in front of many people. They are looking to get their offers, their promotions, their products or services in front of more than just the people that they actually can talk to. So Facebook Ad School is all about teaching you how to take that offer, create a message, get that message in front of thousands of people who meet your ideal candidate. And we also, in Facebook Ad School, go over how do you retarget people who are visiting your sites but aren't doing the actions that you want. So I will post the link about Facebook Ad School up above, but that's just a quick tip for anyone who has got a website, who is got an email list, and the people that you want on your list, you want them to do some additional actions. And let's be clear, what are actions, right? They're just merely activities that you want them to do. You want them to download, you want them to read, you want them to view, you want them to buy, you want them to do whatever action that is going to meet. You want them to engage, right? Sometimes you don't want people to buy. Sometimes you just want them to talk back and tell you exactly what their issue is or what their problem is, right? If you do a survey, you want them to give you feedback. So how best can you do that, right? You can send out an email, with a survey, but you see that people received, they opened up the email, but they didn't actually open the survey or do the survey. You would retarget them, send them another email. All the people who opened it but didn't complete the survey, right? You can then send up a follow-up email. So those are targeting actions that you can do for people who are window shoppers, who haven't followed through on the actions that you want them to take. What you do is you categorize them, number one. You make sure that you track it, number one. Number two is that you communicate with the person and let them know and remind them, hey, Don't forget about me. Don't forget that you can do ABC by just following these little small instructions. So that's what retargeting is. So if you saw the post today, it said retargeting is king. That's what it means. It is the most powerful tool as a marketer that you can have. Unfortunately, most business owners don't know anything about it. They don't have a tracking pixel on their website. They have no idea what the people, who's coming to their sites, if they're viewing their sites, if they're clicking on information within their sites, nor are they going back and following up with them through follow-up ads or follow-up email communications. And retargeting, that whole process is called retargeting. And the way to ensure that you recover your drive-by, and it's not shooters, but drive-by viewers of your sites, is to ensure that you have a pixel installed, and 2, that you actually capture the traffic, and 3, that you actually communicate with them and remind them that they came by for a reason. And you have an amazing superpower that will solve their problem, and they need to follow through, right? Action is the number one thing that you want your customers to do, is not only to feel the pain, but act and resolve it by obtaining whatever service or product that you have. All right, this is Sunday Gardner, the Marketing Boss Pro. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and we will talk tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday with Sunday, and we will be having a drink and recapping the week at hand. I will be at football practice when I have this drink with you all, and sitting and shooting the shit about how wonderful my first week back from vacation is, and all the amazing things that we've got upcoming for the rest of the month, and what we will be doing in the upcoming months as we can start to wind down 2017. So have a great evening. We'll talk soon, and ciao.